What's up, guys? Nick Major here, APTV correspondent, out at Warped Tour all summer long. I just spoke with Chris from Motionless in White about the upcoming album and plenty more, so stay tuned to see what he had to say. I guess last time that we were speaking, it was in November or December on
Apollo X Tour.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. And first thing, I have to start this off by making a clarification, because in that interview we discussed the release of the CD, and you kind of, without concrete saying it, but you said, yeah, we're kind of aiming for a fall release.
Yeah, I was very, very over anxious in that. At that time, we were planning for a fall release. It's generally like where the schedule has fallen with every other album that we've put out, but we knew that a lot of the things were kind of going to be happening with record label adjustments and all these other things that were happening with the band. All really cool stuff, but just a lot of moving parts and a lot of gears that were turning. So I definitely, it's not like I said it is coming out in the fall, but it's definitely something that people did take to heart when I said
seen
we were
the tweets
shooting
now.
for the fall.
I've seen like tweets that you responded to, and you're like, no, that
yeah.
wasn't a solid answer. That was just me giving a guesstimate, sort of.
I feel bad. I think I'm just as anxious as the fans to
more than anyone.
Yeah,
almost,
exactly.
Sure.
So, I definitely should have been like, I'm not really sure, but I think it more so wasn't even that. It was that it wasn't even particularly that interview. That was like the start of the fire. But then a couple people asked earlier in 2016. Like, hey, when are we going to get some announcements? And once again, just being over anxious and excited, I was just like, yeah, it should be coming in March, April, or May, like just more announcements about it. But once again, a little too over anxious.
Come March, April, May.
yeah. And then people are like, mad at me. They're like, where the fuck are these record announcements? I'm like, chill. There's other stuff happening. I feel bad, but I mean, it's not like we just fell off the face of the earth. We're doing stuff and a lot of cool things happening behind the scenes that we just need to get through first before we can really make any announcements, and they're coming. We're hoping that the new song alone really helps, keep everybody at bay and just enjoy the new song and know that there's a lot more coming.
So have you guys released 2 new tracks?
Just one.
Just 570. 570. Okay, 570.
Yes.
And why did you guys decide to make this song the first one that you guys were going to be releasing?
Good. Nobody's asked me that yet, so thank you.
Nice.
The song is. This is technically what I consider to be our 10-year anniversary, 2016. We formed the band in 2005, but nothing was really happening until 2006, when I felt like really the band became a band. So whether or not you want to argue that, I don't care. We consider 2006 to be the year. So it's somewhat of a 10-year anniversary, and I really wanted to write a song that just commemorated all that time and all that hard work that we put in, and all the really focused on more so the earlier part of the career than the now. I mean, things are great now, but there's a lot to say about the beginning of the band and what we've gone through, what we've been through as a band, and it just felt right to really make the first song we put out the one that was more so acknowledging, the things that we've done, and trying to use our story as a little bit of an inspiring story for other people that may be going through those things that we went through.
So lyrically, it was released for particular reasons, obviously.
Yeah,
the message.
yeah.
Musically, how does it stack up to the rest of the album? Is it?
I think by now people should be very well aware that we like to be pretty varied in our sounds on our albums. So it's definitely gonna have songs like that. The really more like heavier roots of Motionless stuff, or the, as some people refer to it, the Creatures sound, and then there's gonna be the more current stuff that we're doing, like Reincarnate and songs off of that record, like Death March and whatnot. So it's always been a good, I call it just a good healthy mix of stuff on the record to keep you interested song by song. And we don't like when it's 12 songs that are all one by one and the same thing, then you kind of get bored. We like to keep it
like one long song by the end.
Yeah.
So jumping back to the release date type stuff, is there currently any information that you can at least somewhat?
Yeah. You're like, you're hooking me up with all the right questions.
Good.
We're definitely shooting. Our posters that we have out there are saying winter 2017, which I don't know. I didn't consider when you say winter, people think November, December. So I'm hoping people weren't like, oh God, no, have to wait till November, December 2017. That's not the case. It's most likely going to be January, February. But maybe I shouldn't be saying that.
Because here come the tweets when January rolls around.
Yeah, in February I'll be like, Nick, help me do another interview, please.
We need to cover that up.
Yeah. So that's what we're shooting for. But I wouldn't hold on to that. But
That's the current plan, not set in stone. Anybody,
yeah.
chill.
At this time, though, that it makes a lot more sense now, knowing what's going on. Whereas before, when we talked last time, there was a lot of things that were still yet to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now those things have happened. We have a more clear idea of what kind of looks like it's gonna.
So what has happened since then? We were kind of talking into how you were excited because everyone was kind of dipping their hand in the pot a bit more for the making of it, and I'm guessing since then a lot more production has happened on the album.
Yeah, I mean all the music is recorded. Some of the songs' vocals are recorded, but after Warped Tour is done, I'm gonna go back and just do all the vocals. We set it up in a spot where it was just gonna be get all the music done, get the production all set to where we wanted it, get the songs where they needed to be. I mean, that's how we write, how generally our stuff goes. It's music first, then vocals. That's just always how I've done it. So it's all set up to just be done as soon as Warped Tour's over, and then we go on tour with Korn and Breaking Ben in the fall. Yeah.
I have a feeling, were you a big Korn fan growing up?
Oh, yeah. I actually, the second guitar I ever owned was a 7-string, so that way I could learn. I bought
you could emulate the Korn
tracks.
tracks.
I bought the Follow the Leader tab book and a 7-string Ibanez, and I want to be head or monkey so bad.
So reflecting on your career now, how is that, knowing that you're about to tour with a band?
It's pretty wild. I mean, I remember being in like 6th or 7th grade, and that record came out, and it was the most massive thing ever. I used to get mad. I remember that was when TRL was really huge too.
Back when music was on TV, I miss those days.
Yeah, remember that? Remember those days? How
Kids,
old?
They don't even know about that anymore.
Yeah. Music on TV? What?
You can buy albums?
Yeah. Back when TRL was on, I remember like Freak on a Leash was always in competition with NSYNC and Backstreet Boys for the top video of the week, and it was always fucking number 3. It rarely ever got number 1 against those two. And I got mad. I was just like, fuck these fucking bands.
Chris still holds a grudge to this day about NSYNC.
If I see Justin Timberlake, I'm gonna be like, fucking.
Why you bumping Korn down, bro?
Yeah. No, Justin Timberlake's new song is pretty sick.
He's done it right.
Yeah.
That is a man who, in reality, in all seriousness, he has done his life correctly.
Yeah, he has.
So
I want to dance. I wish I had moves like that dude.
I know.
He flows.
He went from NSYNC to acting. I got nothing against him. Justin Timberlake, if you ever turn into this interview, tune into it. How's it going, man? But before this Korn tour kicks off, we're on Warped Tour right now. And something that's cool that I like, I want to know what you think about it, is the stage rearrangement kind of this year.
It's definitely... It's not even a love or hate. I'm kind of just indifferent to it because I love that our world of music has its own showcase platform, but I also miss the fact that we could be playing right before or right after a band like Mayday Parade or We the Kings, because it was really cool. I mean, you might not assume that Mayday Parade fans could possibly like Motionless, but there are people out there that really just enjoy everything. Mm-hmm. So when you have a chance to play in front of fans that would most likely never check out your band because they're on the next stage over waiting for Mayday Parade to start or something, it's great to have that ability to kind of put on the show, not just for your fans, but the other guys that are kind of standing off to the side waiting for the next ones. And that's not as much of it. It is in the sense that maybe somebody that's an Ice Nine Kills fan might not have ever heard of Motionless. Mm-hmm. It's probably a little... It's
a more similar kind of genre between you and Ink, though.
Yeah. I think there was Warped Tour's just acknowledgement that like when you had bands or when you had the stage like the Monster stage, the balloon one, that I actually missed that this year, but the one with the big balloon.
It was iconic, and it's not here anymore.
Yeah, that has been iconic. Before we ever were on Warped Tour, we were like, man, we want to play the balloon stage so much, and then we did, and then we were like, we really want to play main stage, and then we did, and now there's not either of those, but it's new times, it's new era.
It's almost like the new Monster stages are they're their own main stages, though, because they took the old Monster stage and built it into a legit.
Yes, they definitely acknowledge. Warped is really good at realizing where the times are at now, and they knew that a lot of people were camping out at that stage, so they just took that and made it a bigger, more
elaborated on it a bit.
Yeah.
What was the first Warped Tour you played?
Oh man. Well, since we were talking earlier about 570, the first Warped Tour we ever played was we won the Ernie Ball Battle of the Bands in 2006, actually. And
see that solidifies that 10 years ago is the inception of Motionless In White.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was the first Warped Tour. That was our first tour. That was our first solid lineup. It was the first for everything. 2005 was just a rough year figuring it out, and then 2006 was like the year
that you really came to.
So yeah, we played in Scranton, Pennsylvania on the Ernie Ball stage. We played first, and we won the Battle of the Bands, which was like huge for us. And now here we are. We played, we've done almost every stage of Warped Tour over the last 10 years, and here we are in Monster North this year. And
now you're also offering TEI classes. Yes. So break this down for me a little bit. It gives kids a chance to really kind of get face-to-face time with you.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Honestly, like I was so nervous about how to go into it because, when you have a group of people like that, you either have the people that don't really they don't care that you're there to do a lesson. They just want to ask whatever questions they want to ask, or some people are, often quiet and don't really want to open up. So I really wasn't sure what I was going to get out of it. But every day, for anybody that's watching that has attended a workshop, you guys have made it amazing. It's been so fucking rad to see like a group of fans and myself be able to have a conversation, and that doesn't happen. You can't have that on Twitter, you can't have that on Instagram. When we're doing our signings, we have an hour. We only have an hour every day to do our signing. You gotta roll. Like we can't do photos because it holds that line up. You gotta be respectful to everybody in line. It rolls on through. So we started doing Q&As on our tours in the past to try to be able to have that interaction, but even that was 15 minutes, and it went really, really well. It was really cool to have that interaction. So this is a platform for me to be able to sit down with fans, and I tell them every day, this is not at all meant to be like me on a pedestal talking to you like I'm some motivational speaker.
You're on their level. You're with them, just face to face. Whatever they want to say, whatever you.
I'm here to have a conversation with you guys, and they talk on the mic just as much as I do. Like it's an open platform for anybody to say whatever they want to talk about in relation or in regards to what the lesson's about, and to see how many kids are opening up and really sharing their stories of whatever they've gone through or what they use. It's in a way to try to help other people learn from each other, and I'm honestly blown away by the response so far. So
that's awesome. And how do people sign up for it, if you have any idea? Do you know where they go for that?
I believe the TEI website. I don't remember the exact link, but
I'll make it pop up. I'm gonna look it up once this thing is done.
Click the link below. I don't remember exactly the website, but if you want to be a part of it, just the TEI website would probably be the best place to go. But it's been probably one of my favorite parts, second favorite after playing every day.
That's awesome.
Very unexpectedly.
That's great, and that's good to hear that kids are treating it just on the same level as you, to where they can come up and just talk rather than...
Nobody's being disrespectful. Nobody's trying to take up time from other people. Everyone is there for the same purpose, and the harmony between everyone is really great.
Nice. Yeah. Well, awesome. I am stoked for you. You got a sick tour coming up at the APMAs. You're up for 2 awards.
Yeah.
So
things are going really well, man. It's amazing. I'm really happy to have put out a song that commemorates the 10 years of work, and
it shows. Congrats, man. This hard work pays off.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So
cool.
Yeah.
And I'll see you at the APMAs. I'll see you every other day here too.
Yeah,
pretty much, man.
I look forward to talking into a microphone
yes.
with you at the AP Awards.
And maybe we'll have to correct some information by the time that rolls around.
By the way, it's not coming out in January anymore.
It's out in 2020.
Yeah. God, no. It'll definitely be out early 2017. So.
Cool. Well, kids will be excited. Thanks so much, man. Always a pleasure.
As always.
Now go play a damn show.
If you mean it, you'll make it.